Hi and welcome back to Normski TV, another What's Going On podcast. And let me first of all welcome everybody to the chat. Whoever's in first, welcome to you. We are going to be talking all things football. Listen, guys, today will be a short show. Normally, we're called the long meter merchants, 2 hours. But listen, it's going to be cut down to an hour because I've got another engagement, and if I don't get there from the missus, so listen, I've got to sort this out, and I'm sure she'll probably be watching and putting something in the chat. Listen, I've got a couple of people on that's going to be coming on me. Big D, as the Mr. Chelsea is in the back room, in the green room. I can see my man wearing the big heat tick, so he's coming with some. But it's. I can see the man in the background. I don't know why he's wearing that t-shirt, but listen, we're going to go for this. Listen, Kofi can't make it this week. He's unable to make it, but Chile is on his way home from work. He's stuck in traffic, so he may come on a little bit later, around about 7. First in the chat is my missus. She's saying, right, mister. No 2-hour show tonight. And you can see the glove there ready to knock me out if I go over. So, guys, please work with me tonight. I know we can chat, and I know you know what it's all about, because it's the guys. It's the guys in the chat, man. That's what keeps us going. So listen, man, we're gonna try and discipline ourselves tonight. We have got a couple of things to talk about, but let's go for it. So let me bring in first of all Mr. Big D and Mr. Ezra. Yeah, man, drinking. I don't know what that man is drinking. He looks like.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. Loud and clear. I can hear you loud and clear. Guys, welcome back to the Normski TV. Guys, first of all, please hit the like button, subscribe, and share if you're new. On our way to 300. Let's do this together. We want to build this community together, and I know you're really enjoying our shows. And just to let you know as well, I'm springing it on you, Ez, and I'm springing it on you, Big D. Kofi, I haven't had a chat with. Chili knows about it. So listen, there's a guy called Shigs, Football with Shigs. He's got another channel. And on the 4th of August, the game, penultimate start of the season, obviously we play Crystal Palace on the 5th. He's inviting all of us over onto his channel on the 4th of August it's called Royal Rumble. Yeah, that's all I've got to say. It's called Royal Rumble, but what I will do is I will talk about it with you guys at a later, I'm going to say later date. Obviously, it's coming up quite quick. So it's going to be in a couple of weeks' time. It's going to be on a Thursday. All right, so it's like we do our show on the Wednesday, but I did explain to them that certain mans have to get away for, to go and earn their monies. You understand? So the show is going to start around about 7:15. And obviously for those ones that have to jump ship and go, that's cool. So I'll be talking with you guys offline at some point. What's Jay saying? Good evening, Big D. You have under an hour. She's keeping count on us. She's saying you have under an hour. Big up to Mr. Craig in the chat as well. Big up. He's saying big up to us. Listen, just to let you know, guys, if you didn't know, Craig, Jay, she's holding me to account tonight. It's going to be a short show. Normally we do a 2-hour show, but because you guys make the show so entertaining and just linking up with you guys in the chat, we tend to go over, the hour and a half, 2 hours. So we have to keep it to an hour this evening. So guys, please work with me. Don't give me too many things. Don't give me no baits so that I can start chat my head off, or D or Ez. Yeah. As I said, hopefully Chili will be on by about 7. He's stuck in traffic. He's keep me updated. If not, if he doesn't get on. Yeah.
What about Arsene Wenger? What about 1 hour, 1 minute?
Okay. Listen.
Yes, Craig. Big up yourself, man.
Let me do the business first of all. Big D, how you doing? I noticed you're wearing a t-shirt. Heat.
It's my Miami Heat.
Miami Heat.
Yeah,
now,
man, that's my NBA basketball team there.
See.
From my time living in Florida.
But you have other reasons to wear that because of yesterday and the day before. Bro.
Mate. That's what I'm saying. I thought I was living in Florida. I was tormented. Plus, I've been sick as well. I caught some kind of something from Friday, had me laid up all weekend, went back to work last night and struggled. But yeah, man, and I don't really know. Body ain't completely there, but I'm here, man.
Okay,
You know
well,
what I mean? How do I sound though? I've gone with the rather than overhead.
Yeah. You're sounding good. You're sounding all good. Sounding good.
Last week I was a little bit loud last week. I watched it back on my mic.
Okay.
So in the chat, just let me know if my mic level is okay. I can adjust it.
Okay, so people, sound engineers in the chat, please let Big D know if he's too loud. Craig is saying, do a Fergie time, 5 minutes added on.
Yes, with a nice watch. With a nice watch.
Yeah. But listen, the heat was crazy. Yesterday, touching 41 Celsius, man. Lucky enough, I was working in the telephone exchange. I didn't have to be out there, mate. I would have died.
Ridiculous, mate.
And just guys, if you're out there, stay hydrated. I know today's been much cooler, so thankfully, thank God, it was much cooler today. It was bearable. But yesterday and the day before, absolutely crazy. But listen, D, thank you anyway for coming on. You know, as I said, I know you put in the chat on our other chat that you wasn't feeling too good. So I was thinking, will he come on tonight? But you're there as usual.
Yeah, boy.
Thank you for your commitment and support.
Yeah,
how you doing as well? How have you been coping over the weekend?
I'm good, man. It was all right. I was away this weekend in Birmingham, as you know. We was actually up for the whole weekend, but because it was wifey's birthday, we done first half celebratory, and then we was with the church for the last day. So that was good. It was good to be up there. I did drive past Aston Villa, giving them threats not to be good this season.
Villa Park.
We passed West Bromwich as well, didn't we?
Yeah. They're no problem.
Yeah, they're no problem.
But all good apart from that. The heat, though, I'll tell you what. Even the fan weren't working. Yeah. You know, the fans blowing hot air at me.
It was crazy.
I almost bought one of them Dyson ones, them posh ones, and I said, nah, not doing it.
Listen, my missus was looking online as well, and I'm thinking, you could imagine how many of those things went over that weekend.
Oh yeah.
They were making money. You know what I mean? But listen, it is what it is. But look, thankfully, it's a much cooler day today.
All good
so yeah, it's all good. But well, listen, happy birthday, to Charlotte, my niece. Big Arsenal supporter, you know what I mean? Trying to convert her hubby, but it's been hard work. So we keep going, yeah? Shano, keep going. Keep doing what you're doing. Yeah? So one day, I have a dream. Just imagine how good we'd be if we gave an elite manager £400 million. He's obviously talking about Arteta. We, right now, currently are the highest spenders. We get Zinchenko over there, or Zinchenko, as my son keeps telling me how to pronounce it. If we get him over the line, 32 million has been agreed. He's currently in Orlando. Flew over from Texas, I think, because Man City are over there in their pre-season. Obviously, looking to do his medical, and hopefully this week, he will be announced as an Arsenal player. And I'm looking forward to it. It looks like we're taking all of Man City's leftovers. But £400 million, it's a lot of money. And obviously, just to let you know, guys, what we're going to be talking about this evening is pre-season kickoff review. Can the Gunners make it into the top four via the league or Europa? Is the 10 Arg effect starting to bear fruit with this group of players? Nobody wants me. Yeah, nobody wants me. Work that out, guys. What we're talking about, and obviously, last of all, transfers. Anything to declare. So, let's first of all quickly, because I'm trying to make sure that I'm on target, and I'm sure the missus is keeping time. I'm having some sort of feedback problem here. I don't know if it's me. Can you hear a lot of feedback on my side? Or is it me?
No, you're good.
All right, my feed, just getting a lot of feedback. Okay, well, listen, let's begin with the pre-season games, friendly matches. So let me go back to, I think it was Friday. no, it wasn't Friday. Yeah, Friday. Pre-season. That's your team. I think there's a few games that was played. Listen, D. Your team. Unbeaten so far, scoring lots of goals. Beating obviously Liverpool 4-0 and now taking on Melbourne Victory. Doing a lot of travelling, obviously. 4-1. Liverpool beating Crystal Palace. Obviously, they've bounced back and beating Crystal Palace 2-0. Did you get a chance to watch the game at all, or see any highlights of the game?
I saw highlights from the Victoria. I didn't get to watch the Palace one at all.
Right.
Just looking at reviews and some videos, we're playing some nice football. Still making a lot of mistakes. Still very suspect defensively. And the manager came out and said it anyway. He said as much as we're winning these games, there's certain aspects of the way we're winning that he doesn't like. And so, I mean, and he knows he knows he's not going to cure this in a season, right? But he's demanding a standard. Hence why he's pushing for certain other. We've got 2 players that have come in that are not on the tour, and to my understanding, they're going straight in the team. So that tells you everything you need to know. You know what I mean? That someone's getting dropped, and someone's getting dropped. So. Yeah, I'm not going to overthink it, even though I'm happy to see discipline. They've spoken about the fitness levels. Even the players have spoken about it, saying that they've been training twice a day on tour. And yes, certain man's is feeling it because they listen. I said this probably around 10 shows ago when we're still in the season, when Ralph was trying to implement this high pressing football. And I said, we're not fit to play that. These guys can't play that. They're lazy, entitled footballers that have got away with a lot of mediocre football, especially in the Ollie, because it's all pally. It ain't, are you fit? It's like, yeah, I'm fit, boss. Well, you're looking like you're not. Yeah, I'm fit, boss, because nobody wanted to be dropped. Now, this guy don't really care. Like the names don't bother him. It could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. But he's giving everyone a fair crack. He said it was a clean slate under him. He's clearly watched what's gone on, but now he's seen it for himself. So football he wants to play, he already knows who in that squad is good enough to long term to play that football.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see who sulks on the bench come season start when he benches them, because he wants to get off to a flyer because he knows he's under pressure. From the off, you know what I mean? It's Old Trafford. It's the biggest. It has to be the biggest Dutch pot in the world when it comes to pressure and heat.
Yeah.
And he knows that. He knows that the fan base is not patient anymore because we've had 10 years of hit and miss, trophy here, trophy there, but nothing major. So he knows that he's got to come in and not even deliver, play better football, and be there or thereabouts. No one's saying go and win a title this season. But we've got to be hovering to get a top 4 finish. Realistically, I think we're going to be 5th or 6th. I still think that he's a few players short of what he needs to be competing with what Liverpool, Chelsea, Man City are doing. So,
and I mean the De Jong situation. Obviously, Ezra,
don't even get me started.
I mean, look, Ezra's got a little smirk on his face there.
We are teeing
it's time to
him up for Chelsea.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're teeing him up for Chelsea because something changed from the start of the window to now. At the start of the window, he had a girlfriend, right? Currently, he has a fiance with a dog, right? He ain't coming to she's not coming to Manchester, right? And so now, I think we've done all this donkey work, and Chelsea going to say, thank you very much, guys. Well, because, and you know what? Fair play to Chelsea if that happens, I'm not even going to get bitter about it, but I think we are naive to allow Ten Hag to have that one egg in that basket. And apparently, I watched the show while I was laying down in bed with my sick self, and there was a couple of guys came onto Saeed's channel from Ajax fans who've got their own channel. and they were saying one of the things that will frustrate us Man United fans about Eric is he is stubborn to a fault. Once he's locked in on what he wants to do, even in a sense of, bro, you need to make a sub. If you don't fancy making that sub, he don't make it.
Yeah.
And these are things that are going to frustrate us with him. As much as he's got these guys were a little bit afraid of him, and I love that. Because mine was afraid of Fergie. So I don't care that the players are a little bit, don't run with him,
Yeah.
I actually like that, because then there's a gap there. I'm the boss, you work for me. Rather than pally foolishness that don't get you nowhere. But his stubbornness on Frankie, saying it's Frankie or nothing, worries me. It does. I'm not going to pretend to.
That's a problem. I mean, quickly, Hazel, let's come into that, because obviously I'm watching the clock as well. Just your thoughts, I mean, with the way Chelsea are just offering around. You're linked with Koundé. I think if not linked with him, I think you've actually put a bid in for him. Or is it Kimpembe? I can't remember who your players are.
In bids. We put in a bid last week for Kimpembe. That's still ongoing.
Right.
And just about 10 minutes ago, we put in a bid. It's come through from Fabrizio just then, 10 minutes ago.
Okay.
That we put in our better bid for Koundé, and I think they put in the bid now that they know Sevilla will accept, because they put in a bid 2 days ago. Sevilla said no, but if you come back with this, it's going to be yes. So I'm assuming that's what that bid is now.
And that is, sorry, D, to say this, but that is the difference with Chelsea, the way this Todd Bowley guy is just dealing with things. He's just not messing about. It's like, okay, well, you want this? Fair enough. They go to their target. If they don't want, they move on. I mean, the Rafinha thing, they didn't sort of start chasing Rafinha. They said, well, listen, this is what it is. Yeah, and whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? So, hey, Anne, how you doing? I will be with you soon, and in about time. We're meeting up at the same place, so that's why they're all keeping an eye on me tonight. They're all keeping an eye on me tonight. You know what I mean? But just going back to what you're saying, is right. So the situation with De Jong,
right?
Is it a likelihood that you're going to get this guy or not? Because
I don't think it's a likelihood, but it's an opportunity. It's an opportunist type thing. I think D's got it spot on. You see, Man United's done the groundwork. Man United's found out how much money needs to be paid. Man United's found out, what Barcelona's weaknesses are or what the situation is. And Chelsea's gone and spoken to Barca and said, well, it's come out that Man United, will pay this. We also, if you don't work out with them, we would also match that. But it's down to the player, and D's done his homework, that he's in a hard situation there, isn't he, with the missus?
He is, so she will...
Go on.
As she would definitely prefer a move to London.
London.
I get it. Yeah, I get it. So I just what's annoyed me is that from time they found out about the money owing, because I think the money owing is irrelevant. I think it's just a kind of an excuse, because if they got, because this is how I see it. It's Man United worth 5 billion, and you would quibble over 17 million euros, and you're worth 5 billion. Stop it. Pay the money 17 million. I mean, Man United, I'm talking, not even Barcelona. Right.
But D, can I just quickly cut in there? Is it a case of that Man United have lost that pulling power? Because you said it in a couple of streams ago. Why would a player be going, should I choose over Brentford? Oh, Everton eventually ended up coming to your team. But is it a case that you've lost that kind of pulling power? Is it because of how your team has really kind of fallen down the pecking order, since Fergie's left? You haven't really gone in that direction. You've kind of plateaued and then gone like that. Right. So what is it? I mean, because teams would come to you regardless of whether you're Champions League or not. Right.
So I said just earlier about excuses. It's the money, maybe the missus and the dog and all that. Here's something here. Frankie doesn't want to sign for United because he doesn't like Manchester. This is in a Daily Mail. Doesn't like Manchester, and that the club is erratically run, and would prefer Bayern or Chelsea.
You know why that's nonsense?
Barcelona force him out.
Do you know why that's nonsense?
Go on,
Because Barcelona is erratically run. They're about to go
exactly,
down.
bro.
Yeah, that's absolutely nonsense. That makes no sense.
Yeah, and I read it and I said that don't make any sense, because because you'd be leaving one erratic club to another because they're both erratic. So the truth is, and this is me, I don't think he wants to come. Simple as that.
I don't think he's coming to Chelsea, by the way. I think a conversation's been had that if it happens to come to push to shove where Barca pushes him out, Chelsea's offer is there to collect him. But one, I don't think Chelsea need him. I don't see where he fits in the plans compared to where he fits in Man United's plans. It's like he'll be coming to Chelsea just for the sake of it. And Man United, there's a full-on plan for him.
Absolutely.
There's a full-on plan for him.
Exactly. Not only full-on, and I said this a few weeks ago, he gets the captain's armband next season if he comes. You remember I said that like true. Because I looked at it, right? If Ronnie hadn't thrown his tennis out the car, I think Ten Hag would have stripped Slabhead. Now it's hard to strip Slabhead after what Ronnie's done. Remember I said to you guys, give it to Ronnie this season. He finishes the year he owes us, he's out of there. Next season, it's like a clean slate. You say, well, Ronnie's gone. It's given that gives Frankie a whole season to settle in with no pressure. Starting next season, you announce him as a new captain and you go from there.
What I don't like about Frankie, in order to get the arms band, he's not saying, I'm in a complicated situation. Everyone knows that. I would love to come to United. He's not saying that. And I don't know why he's not saying it, because he's got all the balls in his court. All the power in his court. He can say that and nothing will happen. The Barcelona can't talk to him about that. That's they can't say nothing to him.
But the money side of it, the money owing. Now apparently he signed the contract to do this deferred wages. Apparently it's all on paper that he said I would defer my money. I mean, I used to have friends that used to defer tax for 1 year and pay it every year because they were having a big bonus come. If that bonus don't come, they're getting lashed because they owe a lot of money. So I get that he would sign that and say, I'm deferring to help you guys out. So apparently he can't actually come out and say, I want to leave. Yes, I want to go to United, because that will null and void that contract of the deferred wages. And the fiance is saying, I can imagine her in the background saying, we got a big wedding to plan. We need that 17 million euros. Do not leave that on the table. Unless United pay it.
He doesn't seem like his own man, does he?
No.
I don't think he comes
exactly.
across that way.
Yeah. And there's a problem again for me, that you're getting a player that is going to go home and be henpecked, for a better use of a word.
But what you said, what you said earlier, not to stay on this topic for too long, but I think like your manager seems to have this grit between his teeth that if nobody comes on, if he signs no one, he's going to work with these players.
Yeah, I know.
And I think what he will do, but bare minimum this season, is steady that ship.
Absolutely.
He will steady it. He will get an identity of football, because under Oli, I didn't really get it. I didn't really get it under Ralph, because Ralph was going from 5 at the back to 4-4-2-2. He was changing it every match. So I think what he would minimum, and I've watched both your preseason games so far, D. I've watched both of them. I've just had one in the background, and I can see that he wants the football to be played. In fact, he's shouting at the players.
Yeah.
Even when you're winning, even though you won the cup the other day and the players were celebrating, he was like, I don't want to take these pictures, man. Let's move on. But and he's getting a tune out of Martial somehow. He's getting a tune out of Rashford.
Yeah, he scored in that game. He scored in that game. Martial scored in that game.
He scored in both now, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Martial
and then he scored against Palace as well. He scored against Palace as well. But for me, Jadon is the one for me right now. He's a standout on that tour. Like Jadon was waiting for a manager like this. Who gets him.
Yeah.
And we're paying it.
He's not trying to prove he's a good manager. He knows he's a good manager.
Yeah.
He knows it. He now knows, and that's
the difference with Arteta.
Oh yeah.
You get me. Ten Hag knows he's a good manager. Arteta is unproven, and that is the problem that we've got.
And he had no problem telling Ralph, actually, mate, I don't need your consultancy. I'm good. Trust me, I know what I'm doing.
Definitely.
Feel free to walk.
Yeah.
So
sorry, I'm saying this kind of covers. There's some clicking going on. Is that your end, B? Oh, some clicking. Was it me?
I think it might be D or you, Nons. I've muted.
Just mute yours a second, D. Yeah, it's coming from D. Yeah, it's coming from your... Yeah, there's some clicking going on your side end. Okay, so if you unmute yourself, Ez. Yeah, unmute yourself, D.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some clicking going on. If you sort out your headphones, sort out your audio, D. You might have to probably change your headset. Okay, well, so just going on what we're saying. I mean, we've kind of covered really the Ten Hag effect, as you can see scrolling across the screen. He's having some sort of effect on the actual squad. You know, they're playing, they're much sharper. You see them in training, they're running through him, they're running a lot more.
Yeah,
I mean, they're talking about Rashford running a lot more than usual. Now, they did interview the United stand. And one of the guys that works on the United stand, there's a massive channel. They had a chance to interview.
It wasn't Mark Goldberg, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, it was him.
But it wasn't him, but it was one of the guys that works on it. Yeah. Now, but anyway, but the long and short of it, one of the Sky presenters was talking to the fan channel guy, and he was basically saying that, you know, even though they're doing all of this on tour and everything, a lot of players are not forgiven. Listen, in that game, Adam, that's right. Yeah, thanks for that, Diego. I'll see that in the chat in a minute. The thing is, what he's saying is a lot of these players are still not being forgiven because obviously last season, and I don't know, in the game where you beat Crystal Palace 3-1, apparently Harry Maguire was booed and Van der Beek had to come out and explain what was reason for that. So a lot of the fans from Man United have not forgiven your club. But in saying all of that, the Ten Hag effect, you can see that they're much sharper. They're running a lot more. So I think what he's trying to do is implement his style of football on them, get them absolutely fit. Because I'll tell you now, under Ragnick and under Solskjaer, they weren't fit players. Yeah, these were players that only played on the break. Now, what he wants them to do is keep ball when you're out of possession, what you're doing without the ball. And that's what his thing is. And so you can start seeing it. And so, but the problem is as I said, when it comes to the real, you know, what we call bricks and mortar, you know, they got to show that in the Premier League, you know what I mean? So it's all right doing it on pre-season. They're doing well. You know, they're beating Crystal Palace, they've beaten Melbourne, they've beaten Liverpool, they're unbeaten. Same as Arsenal, we're unbeaten. But when it really matters, I mean, we've got a tough one coming up on Saturday against Chelsea in Orlando. So that's going to be an interesting game just to see where we're at as well. You're going to have Koulibaly
against them,
and Raheem Sterling in there. So we'll see how that goes. What's Diego saying? Why can't the 70 million be incorporated in the new contract if Man United win the Europa League or if they finish fourth? Pay him 70 million. D, that one for you quickly. Just to let you know, guys. Just let you know, guys. In the chat, I'm on a time skill, so I've got to be finished in about half an hour's time. So please forgive me. We're trying to get through the show as quick as possible. Go ahead, D. Sorry.
Yeah, Diego. I said it a bit earlier. You probably weren't on. That I would just split it over 2 seasons in bonus pay. I would just say to him, listen, forget the 17. We've got you. We know you just got engaged. You know you probably you're going to get married once you come. And don't worry about that money. If that's the only thing holding you back from coming, because they want to sell you to make money from you, you're one of their best assets to sell that they feel they can get away with. That's the thing. They feel they can get away with not having Frankie and still competing at the level they need to compete in Champions League without him. So incorporate it. We can afford it.
The problem I have is, I know you could afford it, but I think there's a principle. There's a principle. And it's like, it's cheeky that you couldn't get your books right and now we're having to pay over for your bad bookkeeping, basically. And that's the principle. It's not that I don't have the money, I can give you it. However, the principle-wise is your mess up, you know. It's a bit like buying a house and you're having to pay for a lease renewal on top of the mortgage.
Yeah,
you know, it becomes a lot more complicated because they let the lease run right down before selling the house. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a good analogy. Yeah.
So, you know, I think it's the principle more than anything. But Man United, by all means, have the pulling power if they wanted to get De Jong. But I also don't think he's your only option, D. I think they're saying, you know what, Tielemans is still there. Arsenal ain't done nothing.
Right, and that's the problem. We need to get Tielemans. Tielemans doesn't want to go to Man United. That's what I'm hearing. He wants to go. He's not an Arsenal supporter, but he wants to go to Arsenal. I don't know what the reason is behind it, but the thing is, we've been linked with Tielemans right from the beginning.
Norms, do you know much about it? I haven't followed it like that, but why haven't Arsenal he's 25 million. Put the money on the table, man.
I think it is. And when you listen to other channels and just listen to Sky Sports and all, the transfer windows and stuff, I think what Arsenal were doing is trying to get their key targets sorted out because they know that the Tielemans deal can be done quite easily. Yeah, because remember, they've already agreed terms with him. Yeah. So that is not an issue. But I said it last week. How would Tielemans feel just sitting around, while Arsenal get their targets and then
unless they've told him that. But if they've told him that, you might as well also just do the deal as well. Do the deal. It's a weird one
because, as I said, we're linked with Paqueta from Lyon, and also, Arsenal want to get another after we do the Zinchenko deal. We're looking at another 2 targets, and I think that will be us done for the summer. And that's a centre mid, Tielemans, maybe a Paqueta. There's some other players that we've been linked with, but those are the 2 guys that have been talked about a lot, and also a wide forward. Yeah, there was noise about Sane from Bayern, but I can't see that happening. He's a little bit injury prone, and they're going to be asking a lot of money for him. So, but listen, Arsenal have not finished yet in terms of their transfer business. So I think if we get those 2 in, that will be our transfer business done. But the thing is, the problem that we've got, is that with Tielemans and Man United, if Man United don't sort out the De Jong deal, then they should just switch their efforts to Tielemans. Yeah,
there's been no talk of it though, Norm.
Say that again.
There's been no talk of it. He hasn't even been there. No one's even hinted about Tielemans at Old Trafford. So one-dimensional we're being.
I've been hearing, as I said, you probably don't watch United Stand, but they've been talking about it. A couple of other channels have been talking about it, that if they don't seal the De Jong deal, then the likelihood is that Man United will go for Tielemans, which would be an easy one to try out. Is he what, sorry?
Is he a similar player?
What?
I look at him and to De Jong. I just because you have to remember
he's not the quickest, but you know what I mean. He plays for Belgium. He's a good player.
He's good. He's different for Arsenal because Arsenal don't have that guy that makes the midfield tick. For what I'm talking about is defense to attack. What you've got is the guys that can do the attack or midfield to attack. So Odegaard and Saka and these guys, they create from attack, sort of midfield to attack. But someone that picks the ball up off, Ben White and says, yeah, cool, I can spray it out. Xhaka is the only one that can do that. And at the moment, Xhaka, you don't know which one's going to turn up.
I see that for me. I need an upgrade on Granit Xhaka. You know what I mean? And I think, listen, with us signing this, Zinchenko, if I can say,
Zinchenko.
It's a bit of a mouthful. If we get him, obviously he can play in that left back position, but he can also play as a midfielder, and he has done quite well for his country. Very technical, and when you look at his stats, they're right up there.
Can I just say, Norms?
Yeah.
I think on behalf of everyone in the chat, we're all looking forward to your documentary coming out.
I saw a minute and a half of it. Saw a little bit of the brawl. I saw when they announced that. I saw when they announced that Aubameyang won't be the captain. I saw when Granit Xhaka came out and said it's all on me. And mate, getting sent off in 2 games. Come on.
Oh, listen. Yeah. Oh, listen. You're gonna have to relive it all, Norms. But the good thing is that there clearly will be good moments in that because you finish fifth in the end.
Yeah.
But
it'll be interesting. It'll
be good to see what it's like behind the scenes. We all might turn around and say, actually, Arteta's doing great. Or we can see why he's not getting the best out of the players.
I hope and pray that they. I might even do a little show on it. You know what I mean? Like, Like look, we do a little review show. Watch the first.
Watch along.
I think we probably could do that. It's funny enough. It's the same day as the Royal Rumble, which I want to just let everybody know in the chat. On the 4th of August, we're hoping to go over onto another channel, Shigs with Football with Shigs. Where we're going to have the Royal Rumble Look out for that. It's going to be the 4th of August. We will put more details out about that. And we were just basically the game penultimate, the day before the season starts. We will be talking about how our teams are going to do, where we think they're going to finish in the league. So we're going to be doing that on Football with Shig. So look out for that, and hopefully the team of us will be going over onto his channel. That's Thursday, the 4th of August, the day before we play Crystal Palace. And Crystal Palace right now are getting a bit of a beating. Liverpool beat them 2-0 as well, or 2-1.
They're doing something quite strange though, Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
They've split their squad into 2, and
I'm about to say that.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Yes, it's not full strength.
No, they're doing 2 separate pre-seasons.
Yeah. I think they must have had 2 contractual things to handle, and they just split the squad rather than get sued.
That's what it looks like.
Because if you send the team, they can't sue you. So I think that's what he's done. He's had to split the squad, and then merge some of the under 23s to boot them both out.
Maybe Diego could shed some light on that if he's in the team.
And it might be something to do with the shirt sponsors and all that kind of stuff, outgoing, incoming. So they might have committed to one thing, and another thing was pressurized on them as well.
Well, listen, just talking about the Liverpool bounce back, Edison getting a goal in the 12th minute, Mo Salah scoring in the 40th.
Good old Hendo.
40s, so they were winning that. And then if we go to the Saturday, we played Tottenham played Sevilla. They drew 1-1. Harry Kane getting the first goal, and that game ended up as a 1-1 draw. Obviously,
that's better.
Yeah. What's the name? Is not on the show to talk about it with us. Chile, he's stuck in traffic currently, so he might not make the show tonight. But nevertheless, we crack on. And Arsenal on the Sunday, we beating Everton. I'll tell you what, Everton are going to be in trouble this season, mate. They look terrible. And I miss it. It was a friendly game, and the way these guys were going in, it was absolutely mad. It was absolutely mad.
Do you think they're trying to get him fired?
Huh?
Do you think they're trying to get Fat Frank fired?
There's
something ain't right there, you know.
Something ain't right there. Chili's here. He made it.
Chili.
Mr. Chili.
Man's like Chili.
He made it. Chili, we've got approximately 22 minutes and counting, because my wife was right on it, right? She's in the chat saying, no, make sure you finish that show at 7:30. So we just talked about your game, Chili. I don't know how you if you watched the game, but you ended up drawing that game 1-1 with Sevilla. Harry Kane getting another goal. Do you get a chance to watch the highlights at all, or your thoughts on the game quickly before we move on?
No, I just saw the result and read the report. I didn't watch it. I don't really get into pre-season friendlies because, to be honest,
maybe just to see how the team is faring and how. And
but you can't really see anything from it because normally we're playing like below par opponents, and we have a really good pre-season or a really bad one, but then the season normally goes opposite to that anyway. So
I mean, listen, you're doing well. I mean, with what you've seen so far, Chili, are you pleased with? And obviously, you're now getting in another player, Jed Spence, 20 million from Middlesbrough, finally done. So you must be happy about that. He said he's going to bring a lot of. He said he's going to bring a lot of flair and excitement to the team. Are you happy about the signing and how will Conte deal with this guy? You know what I mean, in terms of bringing him along.
He seems confident, talking about he's going to be showing off skills and them things there. So
no. Don't run your gums. Don't run your gums, Mr. Spence. Yeah, just calm it down.
That's what he's saying, not me.
But no, that's what I'm saying.
I'm happy with him. To be fair, Emerson gets a lot of stick from people, but towards the end of the season, I thought he done all right, and the same goes for Doherty.
Well, listen. You guys, I think, have signed the most players, but Arsenal have spent the most. So if we got again. When we've spent near enough 300 and odd million, I'm talking about over the time that Arteta's took over this club. And if we get in another 2 players, we could be pushing near the 400 million mark. So for me, there's no excuse, if Arsenal do not make the top 4, because we are getting in some players, which I think are okay. and the money that we're spending, you would expect that expectation for us to try and make that top four.
Do you think that they're going to surpass Chelsea or Tottenham?
What in terms of spending?
No, in terms of getting top four, because that's what you're going to have to do.
I mean, it's going to be a tough ask. It's going to be a tough ask. I personally think, again, what Dee was saying, that we may finish around about the 5th, 6th. I think the push is. I mean, we're going to be fighting out. I think Man United and Arsenal are going to be fighting out for 4th place, and then it'll be interesting to see how Crystal Palace. It'll be interesting to see how Chelsea and Tottenham go. Is there going to be a tussle? Because I remember one week, I'm sure, Chile, you said that you could probably end up making it to 3rd. You know what I mean?
I said that Chelsea wouldn't get Champions League, but then they went and spent some money, and boy.
Boy!
That was before the signings. That's the only reason I can sit here calmly, because if we ain't got no signings, no one else will be getting a word in. I'll just be here just yelling.
Absolutely.
The defender that you got in Koulibaly, whatever his name.
Yeah, Koulibaly.
Koulibaly. Such a class guy.
Different level defender.
Yeah, and if they get that Koundé over the line, I don't know what's happening with the Ken.
But I've just read 5 minutes ago now. Apparently, it's been accepted. Let's see.
You see how these guys are rolling, man.
But this is an annoying thing, guys, right? Because you have to remember, we were in for Koulibaly and went and bought Slabbed. Come on, man. Are you kidding me? And then these man just roll up and say, oh, yeah, we just saw Koulibaly, Man, that cuts me deep, That cuts me so deep. Oh, my God. Yeah, man. Fair play, Ez. Fair play to you, man. Do you know what I mean? You man moving like a big club.
It is what it is, man. Saliba watched him against Everton. We won that game 2-0. The guy literally, if you see the size of this geezer, mate, and he was so good. Obviously, I stayed up to watch it at midnight. Pretty much, Everton didn't offer nothing, and I'm worried, as you say, D. I don't know if they're trying to get the man sacked, but I'm very worried about Everton.
No, Lampard's trying to get himself. Did you see the team he put out?
Yeah,
he played like 6 at the back, almost. Yeah, nothing in midfield, and just a striker up top. Yeah. What's that about?
He ain't a manager, man. That guy ain't a manager. How that man manage your club? I don't know
how we got us top 4. It was the young boys, Mason Mount.
It was the young boys, man. It was the young boys.
Did he win anything at Chelsea as a manager?
He lost the FA Cup to Arsenal.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
He did.
You have to remember, he's always got Uncle Harry pulling strings for him, pulling favors for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so when you're supposed to be cutting your teeth, and he's been gifted. So it is what it is, isn't it? You know what I mean? Privileged. That's not Chelsea, man.
Sorry, Chelsea 2, Club America 1. Timo Werner getting his only goal.
Get him out.
He's only goal for the season.
Guys, if you saw the goal as well, he's hit the ball, he's scuffed it, it's come off the post, and he's had to hit it again for it to go in. It's like, fair enough, he gets his goal, but that's just typical Timo Werner. Like, I'm tired. I'm tired of it.
I'm tired. But
it's tired, man.
And Reece James getting an own goal. But yeah, they end up winning that game 2-1. Right. So quickly, let's move on to that's all the friendlies out the way. We kind of touched on it about the Gunners making it into the top 4. Can we do this via the league or through the Europa? What are your thoughts, guys? Put it in the chat. Can we do it via the league or can we do it through the Europa? I mean, listen, there's a good chance that we could probably meet Man United in the finals, depending on how things pan out. But listen, with the side that we're building, I think we're good enough to probably do it through the Europa as opposed to doing it through the league. I still
you think you're going to win the Europa League?
when someone just stops in your track, you know what I mean? You just messed up all my hopes and dreams. Thank you, Chile. Yeah, good night. God bless. See you next week.
I don't really understand Arsenal's project because it's all about the young players, and you're building for like the mad future. But who's teaching them? Like, where's the old heads?
Yeah, and that is a problem. And that is a problem. And I was talking to someone today, a West Ham fan today, and he was saying that that's what cost us the top 4 last season because we just didn't have the gonads to go all the way and sort it out. Losing against Southampton, Brighton, and Crystal Palace. Do you know what I mean? And all we needed to do, even if we'd lost against, we got played. Son played, what's his name, Holding. We lose that game. My son said it. We're going to lose that game, and exactly what happened. Listen, even us losing that game, we were still above Tottenham. All we need to do to go to Newcastle and either draw or whatever. It was the lack of
the old head
experience, and the mentality. So I'm hoping and praying the players that you're getting, those people like Gabriel Jesus and Zinchenko who've won 4 Premier Leagues, that they've got that, backbone in terms of winning, knowing how to win leagues. It might not be enough because I still feel that we still haven't got enough quality player. As I said, we're lacking staying in that middle of the park, and obviously we need another.
But Norms, you see my point a bit, because when you look across the league now, when you look at City, when they were just about picking up their reins, they had Company around and they had Fernandinho around, them 2 older heads, Then you look at Liverpool, Milner ain't going nowhere. He's telling them young boys, I know I'm boring in that, but I've been doing this for 500, 600 games. This is how I do it. You know what I mean? I can come and play left back, right back, centre back. You can even put me up front if you want. That I mean, and Chelsea, Thiago Silva, old head, telling Mason Mount and them, man, chill, relax. This is how we do it. And Arsenal at the moment, when you look across that squad, you look at Xhaka, and he's getting red cards and losing his heads and throwing the captain armbag on the floor and giving Aubameyang the same treatment. So I feel like even in the summer, Arteta said, let me go and get Chiellini from Juventus. Why not? Play him in rotation so we can bring some ground in here. Just something. I'm not saying him necessarily, but someone like that.
Calvin. I mean, I know. Listen, man, we're counting down, man. I'm trying my best, man. Listen, I'm doing quite well. We've actually covered quite a few. We've covered the pre-season kickoff. Can the Gunners make it to the top 4? Some are saying possibly through the Europa. Chile has no faith in me whatsoever, so he's just saying, who are you kidding, man? You know what I mean? Mr. Chile in his chest. And obviously we talked about the Ten Hag effect on the players. We can see that the players now are responding to Ten Hag in terms of how he wants them to play football. You can see that they look a lot more fitter and they're running a lot more. Do you know what I mean?
You have to remember that this guy is not going anywhere. The Glazers are sick of paying managers compensation. Right, so suddenly these players are realizing, man, this man got us training twice a week, and he ain't going nowhere. So even if we throw our pennies out the car, he ain't going nowhere. And I love that. I love that we're in that position. It's not even about winning a cup this season or anything like that. It's about good football, and these not being able to hide on the pitch, hide behind their agents, all them foolishness there. All that stops. Hopefully,
listen. He looks like he's going to be the manager that they ain't going to mess about with. And as you said, if it doesn't happen, he's benching him. Sorry, go on, Joe.
D, what do you think about English fans booing Maguire?
Well, this is what I think. Right, I think it's twofold. I think the booing is aimed at Ten Hag because Ten Hag spoke about the clean sweep. Like everyone getting a clean chance and all that. And they're saying, if you're rebuilding, how does he keep that captain's armband if we're rebuilding and going in a new direction? And then there's a genuine, I don't like to use the word hate, dislike for Harry Maguire. So I think it's twofold. That they want him to hear that they're not happy with him with that captain's armband. Every time he makes a mistake, it's magnified because he's Harry. Because he's not an awful player, but he's not a player that I think can help you win a title.
He became like, people were treating him like a joke last season. He's like, he was finished. Yeah,
that's what, I think, he probably had one of the most memes in football. He's like, Harry Maguire! Like, there's memes everywhere. Some of them are funny, to be fair, right?
Well, listen, guys, I mean, you've got Lisandro Martinez, who can play in the back 4. And
I'm looking forward to him,
Apparently,
Hez was happy with that signing.
Apparently, he's the tallest. apparently, he's the tallest defender in the league.
Yeah, man. But you know what?
You're an idiot.
He's a bulldog, Nom.
I don't
He's
care.
A bulldog. He's a bulldog.
Care. He's the tallest. Tallest is D. Come on.
He's 6'4", isn't he?
No, he's not like 6'4".
more like 4'6".
No, he's 5. I think he's 5'10". 5'9".
Well, I'm hearing 5'10".
5'10".
I'm hearing 5'8", 5'9". Somebody said 5'7", but I don't know. I know my man Ezra's got an issue when it comes to short defenders. So Ezra, just say a little bit before we move on quickly.
He is not to play in your centre half role. Listen, unless you're saying we're gonna keep all the ball and the other team's not gonna get the ball off us.
And get dunk on him, mate.
But then even when they get the ball, they're just gonna throw it over the top. But no. But I think obviously the manager knows him, so I reckon he knows better than to play him. He'll be a fantastic defensive midfielder because I've seen the technique.
And I think that's what you're seeing is. I think you're seeing play there a lot, just to protect whoever is left with, isn't it?
You remember Danny Blind?
Yep.
Yeah. Similar player.
Look what he done. Exactly. Look what he's exactly. And look what he's done because he went to Ajax, didn't he? Look what he done with Ajax.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
You know, I would almost hope. I know it's not gonna happen. I'd almost hope that he would play the CDM and he'd have Varane and Eric Bailly behind him.
Yeah, I was gonna say
and that young kid Malacia, a right back and a left back.
Chile saying what was that, Chile?
But you have to remember Liverpool did this though. Liverpool left Hendo with the captain's armband and really started him.
Yep.
I'm not saying we're Liverpool.
I think they've got to give him a chance. They've got to give him a chance. He's under contract. If Target's come in and said, look, clean slate, which means you haven't played for me yet. Which means I'm going to give you a chance.
He has now. He's played 3 times now. And I think he's seen that Harry's a problem. I said to you guys a few weeks ago, he plays on his heels. Him having to push up is scary for him because he knows that turn of pace is not there. And so he would rather just sit deep, which hurts us. And this manager said, no, we're not playing that way. Push up. You hear him shouting out names from the Harry, push up. Sancho, don't do that again. I'll be like, this man is calling out the man's name, you know. And so there's no hiding place from him. He's a gangster. Yeah, he's a gangster when it comes to on the field coaching. He's not just sitting back looking at an iPad. You know them ones?
Yeah.
We had 3 years of that. Man looking at his iPad and playing Football Manager or whatever he was playing. You know what I'm saying? So
like, just quickly, man. My time is coming down. Listen, Diego says, just quickly, will the gladiator of all managers, Conte, finally land a trophy at Spurs? Quickly, Chile.
Not.
Oh, there's.
Ez, tell them what to. Ez, tell them what to. You know what to.
Absolutely not.
You know. He said, you know.
Hey, guys, are we listening to Chile? Chile said the Champions League. Like, was it last week?
Thank you. Ez said it. Champions League, FA Cup.
No, Audi Cup, man. That's what you're winning. Audi Cup.
You ain't getting top 4. Who are you? You're going to be better than Man U, Tottenham, and Chelsea. No, you ain't. You're going to be battling out with Wolves and
Behave yourself. Behave.
Newcastle. Listen, do not sleep on Newcastle as well, you know, guys.
It's true.
And Newcastle you're going to be battling with.
Yeah, because they're spending money.
Who have they signed?
Newcastle.
Yeah. Newcastle. Who have they signed?
At the moment, I know. No, they haven't really done a lot of business at the moment. I know they linked with Paqueta and they have signed. They did sign a defender. I'm sure they signed a defender. I'm sure of it. Who was a defender?
They signed Botman from Lille.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
They haven't signed anyone that especially with the money they've got now.
I can't remember who it was, Ez, but I heard they were looking to buy someone for 76 mil. I can't.
You joking me?
No, serious.
Wow. No, I haven't heard that one.
These Spurs have a trophy cabinet. That's from Junior.
It's a big one with lots of glass and lights. It's pretty.
The truth is, I'm definitely jealous of Dead Spence. That is a great signing. I would have loved to see him and Reece James battle on my right side, man. But he's not coming to be backup at Spurs, you know. He's coming for that starting lineup.
Yeah, that's what I think.
I promise you, Chile. I promise. Good player.
Would Maguire walk into a current Arsenal, Spurs, or Chelsea defense?
No chance.
No chance.
No chance.
Chili, don't.
No.
Okay. Oh,
I didn't think I had to answer that, but no.
No, because I could see you. I could see you saying Spurs and Chelsea, but not Arsenal. I know you. I can see you from the way you're thinking, mate. You're a hater, right? Okay, let's quickly. Listen,
Is he?
my
Hang
time.
on. Norman, is he better than Ben White?
Guys, put it in the chat.
That's a question, you know.
Slabhead better than Ben White? Is Harry Maguire
Hang on,
better
that's
than
his
Ben
name.
White?
Put some respect on the man's name.
Yeah. But let me say this now. Yeah,
You got me thinking about that one.
I want Saliba and Gabriel as my two. Yeah, I don't want to see Ben White in there, but I know what's going to happen. Yeah, man. Ben White. I know. Ezra, come on, man. Look. Listen. Okay, people say he played in the Farmers League over, but the French league is a tough old league, man. And to make it into the French,
you know what? I'm going to go a step further. I prefer Saliba and Ben White. I think Gabriel's got a loose ticket.
You think so?
Some stupid mistakes, man. Little red cards here and there last season. It was silly. But you know, I actually rate Ben White. He got forced in this Arsenal team. He didn't get a chance to warm up. But I know time, so
we'll see. But I think we've got more options. I think that's the main thing. We've got more options, so we'll see how that all pans out come the season. Yeah, but guys, put it in the chat if you think Harry Maguire is better than Ben White, and let me know what your thoughts are on that. Based on proven elite managers, the top four should be City, Liverpool, Chelsea, and Spurs. And listen, I'm not going to sit here and lie. Yeah, these are elite managers. Yeah,
I'd accept that.
You know what I mean? So that's why the pressure is going to be on Arteta this season, because the money that he spent, the fans ain't going to give him a chance. Those positive fans, or what they call positive toxic fans, that love him for
but you've got and Pep feeding in players. Here, Mikel, do you want this one? He looks like De Bruyne. Take it.
Hey, but guys, you know City haven't played a pre-season game yet.
I know they haven't. And you know what as well? Pep is a little, because I think there's a couple of players that didn't actually come over because of visa or issues about coming in. I don't know if it's to do with the vaccination problem. So he's not too happy the fact that he's not got a team to work with in America. So and he's giving his blessings to Gabriel and Zinchenko going to Arsenal. I hope that they will make a difference in the same. Listen, Gabriel's looking really sharp in pre-season. Let's hopefully he can take that onto the pitch come the start.
So these guys just training in America, Norman. They're just training, Man City.
Well, they've gone there for no game.
Because remember we looked at the friendlies last week. They didn't have no friendlies.
No.
Yeah, that's true.
And their two friendlies. Their two friendlies is against Club America and Bayern Munich, and then they're straight into the FA Cup 6 days. I'm not the FA Cup, Community Shield. Sorry, 6 days after
against Liverpool. Yeah.
Who did Bayern Munich just buy?
They've just bought. Delete it.
Oh yeah,
Delict's
I
on
think
there.
about 68 million. 68 million.
Expensive.
And
it's a bit more
this is what they were saying about us, that what we should have done is gone after Delict, because apparently Delict and Frankie rolled tight and said, right, your homeboy's here. Let's just get it done now. You know what I mean? But
I think
we don't think that way.
Yeah, that's 130, 140 mil for two players.
Serious. And I think Delict isn't that different to Maguire. He plays on his heels,
Right.
Dybala's joined Roma.
Yeah, that's a good signing.
I saw that.
That's a Freeman's as well. Yeah.
We was linked with him.
Oh, wow.
I think he was linked with every club in England. You know what I mean? Listen, okay, we are coming down. The last one here, guys. This is a quick fire podcast this evening because I've got to be somewhere else and I've got 1 minute, but I know I ain't gonna do it in 1 minute. But let me ask this question. Let's say ask a question. Let me make a statement. Nobody wants me. Can anybody guess what I'm talking about?
Ronaldo.
Nobody wants me. Oh, Nottingham Forest in advanced talks to sign Jesse Lingard. I did see that as well. I know West Ham have put down an offer and he's decided to see which club. But Nottingham Forest are in advanced talks to sign Jesse Lingard.
Yeah, I heard that Forest offered more money than.
Oh wow! Wow.
And West Ham refused to match it, apparently.
Yeah, just they have to. They have to pay more.
Again, I was talking with this West Ham fan. He's a little bit frustrated with the transfer window with West Ham because, you know what I mean, they tried to go after Broja, which is your player there, Ez, but I think Tuchel come out and said that Broja looked like he's going to stay.
I don't know why Chelsea don't play him. He's a good footballer, man.
Exactly. And we've got a striker.
Because you haven't got a striker. You haven't got a striker currently.
No, I meant Chelsea. I don't know why Chelsea don't keep him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you've got to keep him.
Luis Suarez is available. Would you take him, guys?
No.
He offers. Listen, he offers a good bite. I'll tell you that. He offers a good bite. Yeah.
This guy.
But yeah, quick prediction: Ronaldo stays at United.
Yeah.
That's my
because
prediction.
nobody wants him.
Nobody wants him.
Nobody wants him.
Bad,
we are stuck with him. We're stuck with him, mate.
It's embarrassing, isn't it?
And this is the madness, right? He hasn't gone on the tour.
Your audio again.
Push your headphones in slightly.
Push your headphones in, it's cutting in and out.
Yeah,
mate.
you did.
Yeah. It's crackling bad, man.
Yeah, maybe that's the sign from Auntie Jancy. I think that's she planned this.
That's a sign to say, shut your mouth, D. All right. So as I said, nobody wants me. The clubs that his agent is offered him to, they're turning around and saying, nah. Yeah, I mean, this guy won because of his time's up. I know, Craig, but nobody wants him because wages. I don't know his wages. I don't know about his attitude. Listen, this guy ain't gonna have it that Messi's playing in the Champions League and Mane's gonna be playing in Europa. That will kill him, D. So as Ezra said, put it in the chat, guys. Hey. Does Ronaldo leave Man United? Does he find a club that he was linked with? Apparently, he was linked with Atletico Madrid heavily, but that might not happen. And obviously, the fact that Real Madrid, he played for Real Madrid, he's desperate right now. His wages is putting off a lot of the teams. His age as well, and maybe the narcissist in him as well. So I don't know what's going to happen.
If he wants to get a move, he needs to behave at Man United. It's no good doing all the stuff that he's doing there because who's going to want him?
Exactly. I think he just needs to.
Although Ez said that he'll take him.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
look, if Chelsea do all their business,
you said it last week.
If Chelsea do all their business, all of it, I'll hire him as a hitman. You don't have to pretend you love my club. You don't have to pretend that you really want to be here.
500 bags a week.
Yeah, for a year, it's fine. For a year,
Chelsea can afford that.
Yes, for a year.
They can afford
we get
that,
enough
man.
of them players on the books, off the books. Yeah, it's all right.
You know what I mean? It will show Timo Werner how to score a goal. You know what I'm saying?
Timo Werner won't be here. He'll be one of them that's gone. You know, you can have him if you want, Norms.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
Well, you got rid of Lukaku. That must be massive wages.
Yeah, that's almost 400 grand gone.
Yeah,
is that what he was on?
340.
340, man. Yeah, but listen, I still feel that we need an alternative striker because I keep saying Eddie Nketiah for me ain't gonna get us to that top four. I know last week I know D was saying that was it D or someone was saying about Ivan Toney being linked with Man United? There was I must have read something where there was a link with Ivan Toney to Man United. Is that true, D? Just quickly, can you hear me? D, can you hear us?
No, you can't hear us.
You can't hear us.
I haven't seen anything cement on that.
Right.
But not cement. It'll be good if Arsenal. He looks like an Arsenal kind of striker.
Yeah.
In terms of, you know what I mean. I mean, you haven't had a bully in a while, but he'll be an absolute pest.
Yeah. See, the thing is, as I said, I don't think Arsenal are going to go for another strike. I think what we're going to go for is a wide attacking player and a central midfielder. I think that will be our business done for the season. You know what I mean? So, listen, we'll see how that all pans out. But listen, I don't know what's going to happen with Ronaldo. As some people are saying in the chat, he looks like he's going to probably end up staying at Man United. But is that going to cause a lot of problems in terms of the team? Because when he came there last season, he did create an atmosphere that wasn't really nice. And right now, it seems like the team, as Dee was saying, it looks like the team is starting to gel together. So if he does go back, or if he stays, should I say, then is that going to bode well or not for?
It's going to be embarrassing, but I think Hag will handle it. He's one of them guys that, look, I'm the boss. If I say you play, you play. If you don't play, you don't play. The fact that he said, look, Ronaldo's not for sale, that's his stance. If he comes back when he's been stopped whinging, he can come. I know he's a top professional when he comes to it. I don't know. I think Hag will actually manage him. I'm not sure Oli would be able to handle this. I don't think he would be able to.
No, definitely not. Neymar to United, Ronaldo to PSG. Now, there was talk of Neymar was linked with Man City. Pep has squashed that. Can't see that happening.
Nah.
Do you know what I mean? I think Neymar will end up staying at PSG.
Same.
To stay, yeah. Stay. Do you know what I mean? And try and figure out how you can become better than Messi. Do you know what I mean? But listen, Dee's having a lot of problems with his with his audio. If you can hear us, it's probably my wife doing something to that to that audio and say, Norm, it's time to go, as our Claude, God bless him, who passed on a couple of years ago. Listen, we have got through all the subjects this evening. Sorry, it has been a rush. People in the chat is that I've got to be shooting out to another. What's this? I heard Piers Morgan was trying to get CR7 to Arsenal.
Yeah, he's talking that he's going to leave Man United in the Euros.
No, you know what? It's quite funny. Diego must be reading my mind, because today I actually thought. Just imagine if because Arsenal are doing this thing with Edu, we're springing up little surprises. Can you imagine at the last day of the season? Do you remember? Who was it? Andrea Sharvin, yeah, December 2012, getting him over the line, well past the transfer window. Can you imagine, mate? It'd be crazy, but I just don't think. Ronaldo wants to play in Champions League, and if he can find a club that's going to offer him that, then Atletico Madrid possibly. I don't know. Chelsea may if they don't get a striker, then Chelsea might just spring a surprise and just say, as Ed said, I'll take him. Take him as a hitman.
Yeah, gives them a year to find their real target.
Yeah, because they can afford him. But it would be a madness. Yeah, Diego, it would be an absolute madness. Definitely would be an absolute madness. But listen, it looks like D's having problems, and I'm sure he'll sort it out. I'll have to talk to him offline at the end of it. So we're gonna probably have to end the show without D actually being on there. But listen, guys, thank you, Craig. Sorry it's been a rush one, because obviously, if I don't get to where I'm gonna get, if I come back next week and you see both my eyes out here, yeah. You know why. So listen, guys, it's really been good. We've gone through this show quite quickly, and thank you to those in the chat that have come in. Really appreciate. We could go on all night, but unfortunately I have to be somewhere else. But listen, it's been great. Please smash the like button, subscribe and share if you're new, and hopefully next week, take care, Diego. Hopefully next week we'll have a little bit more time. We won't be rushing too much. And just to let you know, D's back. We're just about to say bye-bye to the people. And just to let everybody know, whilst you're on here, that on the 4th of August, we're looking to do a Royal Rumble show with Football with Shigs on the 4th of August, a day before Arsenal kick off the Premier League season against Crystal Palace. We're hoping to all go over onto Football with Shigs. It's going to be a great show just to see how our teams are going to be doing and faring and where we think we're going to finish in the league. So there's going to be enough of us on that show. Chili's probably going to be the only one by himself, lonesome Chili, because he's the only Tottenham supporter on there. I'm sure.
No, he's Shigs as well.
Shigs is not a Tottenham supporter.
He's Liverpool. There ain't no Liverpool. Oh no, there's
Kofi. Yeah. Desperate Dan. Yeah.
D's gonna be on his own.
No, because you got Nels. Nels is a Man United.
Sugar.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So
I'll take you all on anyway.
Don't worry. We're coming.
Me and Ez are gonna team up. We'll be London.
What, you counting me up? Behave yourself, man. Behave yourself. But listen, guys, we need to end the show. Thank you so much for taking part again. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and share. And hopefully, we will see you on the next What's Going On podcast next week. Take care.
Yeah, take care, guys. Blessings, man.
Take care, guys.